Hey guys, Malika here from Malika Simper Astrology, and today I want to talk about Mars, the planet Mars, because he has just moved into a new sign. He's just moved into Taurus. What does this mean for us down here on Earth? As above, so below, right? And so Mars, this planet of energy and forward movement, completely slows down energetically when he moves into Taurus. When he moves into Taurus, he is in his detriment, which means he's not quite comfortable in the sign of Taurus because innately Mars is here. Mars is like the steamroller in us. He moves forward. He knows what he wants. He's very direct. He doesn't really consider consequences or circumstances. He just knows what he wants and goes for the end goal quickly. Um, Not a lot of strategy. That's more a Plutonian energy, but just laser focus, get to the end goal. This is what I want. These are my desires. How do I get them? And I will go by any means to achieve them, right? Now you put Mars in Taurus, and this is happening from June 8th, so a couple days ago, until July 20th. We tend to slow down. It's almost like a feeling of plodding through Taurus when Mars is in Taurus. It's a feeling of trying to run through water. Take that imagery. That is Mars and Taurus. So we then also slow down. Slow and steady wins the race. That is the magic. That is the key. If we push too hard, we're going to be met with frustrations when Mars is in Taurus. So, the more aligned we are to this giant clock in the sky, the cosmos, the more easier we can flow through life. So if we know right now from June 8th until July 20th is not a time to speed up, to try to make it work, to push too hard, and we know that slow and steady wins the race, then our lives find more flow and rhythm to them. Mars and Taurus, we like to work with our hands during this time. We want to do something tangible and tactile, and the feelings of things in your hands, working with wood, working with clay. This is the strength of Mars and Taurus. In fact, if you were born with Mars and Taurus, you might be really good at woodworking or sculpture or gardening, right? As long as we get our hands on something earthy. Hands in soil. It's a beautiful time to work in the garden, nourish your house plants, bring in the earth element into your own home space. So really tending to house plants, bringing in decorative pieces of wood or rocks or crystals, things of that nature is going to feel really soothing to our system, our nervous system. Let me just look at the chart here. So I want to go back to Mars and detriment. And what does that exactly mean? It means that Mars isn't totally comfortable in Taurus and that Mars is going to act a little differently in Taurus. There's an awkwardness, there's a fumbling about of how do I get to the end goal if I'm not full steam ahead. Mars energy. And so there's a figuring out that needs to happen here with Mars and Taurus. So, like I said, slow and steady wins the race. When we start something, when we initiate something, which is Mars nature, we don't so much jump in and do the thing, but we like stand still, like picture a bowl, right? Taurus, the bowl. We stand still, we dig in our four legs, and we are solid, and we are quiet, and we are thoughtful, and we are studying the thing, making sure that it is safe. We are using caution. We know the surroundings. We test the waters before jumping in and doing the thing. And that is Mars and Taurus. Now, looking at your own Mars placement, if you were born with Mars and Taurus, this is going to be a comfortable energy for you through July 20th with anything you start and you initiate and anywhere that you take action in life. If you were born with Mars in Virgo, if you were born with Mars in Capricorn, took me a moment, born with Mars in Capricorn, this energy is also going to feel good to you. Even Mars in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, this is also going to feel good to you. Now, it could feel really hard for people that were born with Mars in Leo, hi, or Mars in Aquarius, or even Mars in Scorpio. That's where the trickiness comes in, and there's a pokey feel to it. Like, how do I start things? How do I initiate things? How do I get things up and going off the ground? For those people, those last four that I mentioned, three that I mentioned, it could feel like the feeling of running through water. Okay. So the medicine is get your hands on something earthly, tangible, soil, clay, wood, whatever else you can think of, food, working with food. Working with food is going to feel really good right now. Cooking, taking it slow, taking it easy, thinking about the plan, thinking about the method you're going to use. All of that is going to be really helpful with Mars and Taurus, right? And it's a very sensual sign too. You know, Mars is our sexual energy, and Taurus is a very sensual sign. So it's not going to be so much like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's going to be long, slow, luxurious intimacy is what's going to feel the best right now as well. Taking our time, really, igniting those five senses of pleasure and what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure. That is such a Taurus conversation. My teacher calls it the yum yum factor, right? So, what feels so delicious and so rich and so nourishing to you in your life? Dropping into that, allowing yourself those very human, earthly indulgences. It's going to feel really good right now through July 20th. So enjoy this slower pace. Really drop into the moment. Stop to smell the roses. Get your hands on stuff. Make something with your hands. Build something with your hands. All very good while Mars is in Taurus. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll pop back in next week.